So we finished up our wineries in Stellenbosch and we drove all the way from there to Cape Town, where we're going to find some of our favorite things that we've been wanting to do here.
Today is actually our last day with the car though before we take it back. So we are spending today doing the Cape Peninsula, which is also one of the top things to do in Cape Town. So we're going to grab some food and then we're going to keep driving to the Cape of Good Hope. We're on our way to the Cape of Good Hope, but we stopped at Boulder Beach. You almost hit your head on that tree. Boulder Beach, which is the home of the African penguin.
Oh, found one. Yeah. Now you have the option of going down onto the beach and paying to get through and seeing them up close and personal for around $12 a person, which seems a little excessive. So they have this free boardwalk that we're going to walk along, and you'll even see some in the bushes on the side like we just found. But let's see if we can't find any better ones.
They're so adorable. Let's go see if we can find more.
Apparently, in order to get onto that boardwalk with all those people and get closer to the penguins, you have to pay as well. It's still going to be $210 a person.
Yeah, it's like $11.
It's like $23 total
just
or something.
to go on a viewing platform, which is absolutely insane to me.
Personally, I don't think it's worth it. So we're just going to kind of see if we can see them from the boardwalk here on the side.
There's actually some penguins that do hang out right beside the boardwalk though. So in all honesty, they're probably even closer than the ones that are from the viewing platform.
Yeah, it's just not worth it to us. But that is one thing that you can do here.
I would stop. I just wouldn't pay to go on the viewing platform.
Quick stop. But on to the next part.
See if I can see one more before we leave.
Change of plan. We are not doing the Cape of Good Hope. Again, it is out of our budget. We did not realize that it was 455 Rand per adult.
Which is $25 a person just to get in the park, which is
half of our daily
insane.
budget. So it's just not worth it.
Yeah, I know like we did drive down the Cape Peninsula and this was kind of where we were driving to. Driving the Cape Peninsula is more about the views, I think, than the end route. So we are gonna go get more views instead of go into the park. So to get some good views, we came over here to the left side of the Cape Peninsula and we're driving Chapman's Peak Drive. It's basically just a scenic road that has this beautiful white sand beach here in the background that's so pretty. This is slightly sketched, to be honest. I feel like this could fall at any minute.
That's basically some of the things, a very small amount of things you can do on the Cape Peninsula. We really only drove down here to check things out because we have a car for one more day. But that's going to lead us into the next thing that we've always wanted to do here in Cape Town.
One of the things that you can do here in Cape Town, especially on a rainy day, is come to this old school movie theater, the Labia Theatre. It's basically an old school movie theater that we even have old school tickets. We got some popcorn, a slush, and we're gonna go watch Wicked. Oh, we're going in. Let's go find a seat.
Another thing you can do here in Cape Town is go to one of the many museums. And the one we opted for was the Slave Lodge, which was very informational. Had a lot of information ranging from not just the slaves in Cape Town, but also artifacts and information from other parts of the world.
It was, it's a very good museum, not the best laid out, and they are doing a lot of different construction in different parts, but it's a good stop.
Another nice thing we decided to do is stroll on over here to the Neighbourgoods Market. It's at the Old Biscuit Mill. It is only on Saturdays, so we're going to check it out. Our goal today is to find a Christmas market.
What were you doing over at Sexy Socks?
They actually have some pretty cool socks, and I kind of want another pair of socks.
Now we found the real Neighbourgoods Market. That was just the, I think, the more permanent part of the market, but this is the pop-up type. There's so much food, it looks so good. I might get a dessert still. TBD. Got us. It's a whole thing of fudge though, so you can't really go wrong, I don't think.
This place is absolutely insane. There's literally everything you can think of in food. They've got like halloumi, they've got all sorts of desserts and fudge, they've got Mexican, barbecue, smoothies, salads, really anything you can think of. It is all so tempting.
Our fudge was a little bit of an impulse buy because we were trying a whole bunch, so I kind of felt like I should buy some.
They got us good.
Impulse buy, but now we have to carefully meticulate what other food we think we might need.
We don't need any of it. We want all of it.
We have to eat lunch.
We have to eat, people. We have to eat.
You have to eat. Sustenance. Okay. Ooh, that's really good. We got our selection of things. We're gonna go sit down and try them. It still is only like 11 a.m. So we went light with a smoothie and halloumi fries. I did squirt a lot of the seeds all over the halloumi fries, but here we go. We got the OG fries. Tastes super unhealthy. I just love halloumi. It's like such a salty, delicious cheese. Oh gosh. And I can't stab it today. Secondly, we got a mango smoothie. This smoothie is more mango-y than the last one we got, actually. I like this one better. But I feel like the guys at this stall, it's a bunch of young guys, but they like really know how to get people in. Like it was a whole theatrical production basically with their dry ice, with the smoothies. So people were just kind of like flocking in to check it out. So they seem to be having pretty good business technique.
The only reason I zoomed in on your face earlier is because you had a nice green spot in your teeth.
I'm not impressed. We got what we came for, most importantly, which was a Christmas ornament. Right now it's a keychain, but it is to document our road trip here through South Africa. But, so really interesting is we have had 3 people now who have commented whenever we go to pay in cash about the 100 Rand bill that we've paid with. And there's actually 2 different 100 Rand bills that we have. And one of them is this one with Nelson Mandela with the Cape Buffalo. And the other one just has a Cape Buffalo and is really pretty with zebras on the back. So as any normal person would do, I went and researched South African currency. And apparently the one with the zebras on the back was actually initially in circulation in the 90s, and a lot of people here have never even seen it. But But the bank gave us a mixture of the two. I think that one with the zebras is actually prettier, but kind of interesting. Yeah, like multiple commons. One place wouldn't even take the currency because they didn't think it was real. It's kind of cool, kind of interesting. They are both legal tender though here in South Africa. I double checked. But I think that concludes this market for us, and we have another neighborhood we're gonna go to explore. The next thing we're checking out here in Cape Town is we are walking through the Kaap area. It was historically the Black Muslim area. Now it's a mixture. And more importantly, it's known for the pretty, colorful houses. And we're doing it with a free walking tour, our favorite way to tour towns. Interestingly, the coloring and painting of the houses to these pretty colors wasn't actually until the 1980s, even though this neighborhood has been around for hundreds of years before that. But the color just adds something. For just 200,000 euro, that can be ours.
Not your color.
No, it's not my color.
I just love walking tours. We've talked about walking tours, but it's nice to just get a walk around. You get the history from it, and then you just pay with tips afterwards. I just love them. You learn so much every time.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing now.
Don't know what we're doing. I will probably go on
We're
to
going to
the...
find our next thing to do in Cape Town.
Here we are.
The number one thing that I wanted to do when we were here in Cape Town is hike Table Mountain.
I think that's one of the most popular things to do. And it does look a little intimidating, but honestly, I think it's like a 3-hour hike. We're not 100% sure if it's one way or both ways.
Yeah, honestly, the Uber brought us essentially like halfway up the mountain before we even started. So I feel like we kind of cheated a little bit, but this is the official starting point of the trail. So he just brought us to it. I was a little questioning if we were going to get to do this when it was pouring rain a couple days ago, but today it's absolutely beautiful. We got our sunscreen on. Somehow I'll probably still get sunburnt.
We're going to have quite the view. Let's go. You can actually see people all the way up there, right about here. See? Yeah. They're walking up. No, that's our hike. A little more difficult than I thought it might be. I don't know why.
It is directly up a mountain.
It's been about 20 minutes, and this is about how far we made it. That's where we started.
I think that's pretty good.
How you feeling, huh, bun?
Tired. Still got a long ways to go.
We're hitting a bottleneck of people now. I have to squeeze through.
It's almost harder at this point because I can look up and see all the tiny people on the trail that I have to go on.
We made it, kind of.
I feel like there's still more up there.
Just a little bit. No, he's doing push-ups. Try not to scare my new friend here. He's his name is Edward.
Oh.
Because he's shining in the sunlight.
We made it to the top of Table Mountain. Did I almost die? Yes, I did. On multiple occasions, actually.
Dramatic. It is 12:20.
So it took us less than 2 hours. But if you look down at the road below us, which it looks like we just came directly up the side of a mountain because we did.
So all in all, not that long of a hike, but a little bit difficult just because of the sheer gain in elevation.
And the sun here, like the temperature is beautiful in Cape Town, but the sun is like piercing for sure.
One of the more popular things to do here in Cape Town, and we enjoyed ourselves.
Also, we can see the cable car, and it is like a 60, 70 degree directly up the mountain, and we just hiked that. So I guess I'm proud of us.
I'm proud of you. You did a good job, Home Button.
Yeah.
That was gross.
Let's enjoy the views.
So we're on Table Mountain, and that is Lion's Head, which is kind of a difficult and more interesting hike that I want to do, but I don't think you can do it without a guide. And then we've got Devil's Peak right here. And then there's Table Mountain. And there's my humbug. We literally started right there. Right there. Look at how small it is. It's insane. Standing on the edge of that is nerve-wracking. I think we're gonna head down
After our snack.
and then move on to the next thing that you can do here. Probably our last thing here.
Yes, we made it to the bottom. It ended up taking us about 4 hours, but that's including our stop and snack at the top. So probably about 3 hours round trip is accurate, yeah. But they have a coffee cart right at the bottom. One of the higher priced coffees that I've had, but it's worth it and it's delicious.
On to the next thing.
And that brings us to our last day here in Africa in general, actually. We've been here for 3 months. But the thing you can do is explore the waterfront. We started at the Waterfront Mall to get haircuts. It's been about 6 months since I got my haircut, but it's a whole experience. My hair has never been so clean, I don't think. They like double washed it. Like, I feel like it was just like foaming. And then I got like a 10-minute head massage, all included, for like half the price of what I pay back home. But we're just gonna explore the waterfront. And right now we're on our way to find more pies, because that's what Aaron's wanted.
Hot pies. I really want that.
Yes.
We got my hot pie ever since we were in the wilderness, South Africa. The wilderness. Ever since we were there, I've been wanting another hot pie. And it was difficult to find some here in Cape Town, but I did find Jason's Bakery, which says they change their pies daily, but apparently they didn't. It's just like a cream pie, like a creamy chicken pie, and we'll see.
It's in it.
It's essentially chicken pot pie. It's a small version. Still really good, but I want kind of like a unique beef one, like crab and mac and cheese and stuff like that they maybe changed. Oh no, wait, that was the other place. The other place changes daily. I got them mixed up.
Gonna save all that for later.
Yeah. You too? Same thing, but this is really good. And then we're gonna keep exploring a little bit and then go on to the next thing. Do that face again.
I don't know what I was just doing.
And the last thing that we decided to do while we were here in Cape Town was go do a tour of Robben Island. However, we are on African time. What does that mean, Hamban?
That means we're delayed
We should be boarding.
now. Now we're boarding after departure time. Yeah, I guess we're used to it.
Boarding now.
We successfully boarded the ship. It reminded me more of the herding of cattle with the other 200 people that I feel like are on this ship.
Did you just call me fat?
Yes, that's what I called you actually. But we have a 45-minute ride to Robben Island, and then maybe we break up into groups. I'm not really sure. We'll see. TBD. Finally made it to Robben Island. The boat was sailing in less than ideal conditions. Like the entire time was these huge waves. Shockingly, I did not get sick.
That's a very shocking.
Yeah, I'm pretty shocked too. But you get off the bus, you get
herded some more like cattle get on the off the ship, herded like cattle again onto buses. And then they're taking us to the actual tour now.
Yep.
I was gonna say, starting from now, we can't video. So, after we get back.
So since we obviously could not film, there was no footage, but we did get a lot of pictures, and it was a really cool experience.
Yeah, you basically drive around the island first, and then you go into the actual cells, where the people who take you around the cells are former prisoners, which is really cool because they can kind of give you some of their accounts of what happened.
Even the tour guide on the bus was associated with someone who was imprisoned. A lot of interesting information. You get to see a lot of really cool things. Each cell that we went to had a picture of a person that was held there, when they were born, when they died, and kind of their thoughts and opinions, what they did, object unique to them. There's a lot of information, very cool.
Yeah, it's kind of a grim place. I mean, it is a prison, obviously, but I would definitely recommend doing it. I think it's really good to get that side of the South African history.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna keep from repeating your mistakes, you've got to learn the history.
True. We have one last thing that we want to get back on the waterfront before we head back for our final, 12 hours here in Africa?
Yeah, let's go. We were told by our Uber driver to get a Gatsby, essentially a giant sub, and I mean massive sub, with chips and whatever fillings we want. And this is how massive.
It's in a full-size bag.
Look at my hand. Look at your forearm.
Look at the table.
Put your forearm. This is more than foot. Subway, you are lacking. You are lacking because this is insane.
And this entire sandwich was only $9.
Insane.
It says that it is typically shared by multiple people. I would say 3 people, maybe even 4 could share this. Ooh, it looks really good though. There's the French fries, some sauce. This is the not spicy version, but this sauce is actually a little bit spicy. So I'm glad we got the not spicy version. But this is really good and a ton of food. This will finally conclude South Africa, but did you want to try it?
I couldn't even get it all in my mouth. That's what she said. It is very good. But I don't know what we're going to do with the leftovers. I think we might have some of this for breakfast. We'll see. But that is actually going to close out our time in South Africa. We're moving.
Africa in general.
Africa in general, actually. That is our time on this continent. We're moving on back to Europe temporarily.
We're headed north to the frostbitten weather.